All right, it is Monday, October 12:25 p.m. West Coast. Just finishing up my day. I was 1-0 for the day. My PA account says up again $192 combined. You can see $96 each. And my evaluation account says up $1,152 today. And you can see $192 each. And what I did, I actually bought a new evaluation, a 25K account today for the 90% off. And on this one, I decided since it's, $15 for the account, I decided I would just try one account where I'm doing max contracts of 4 and see if I'm able to pass the account in, about 4 trades if everything goes to plan. I am aware that because of my large stops, trading 4 contracts, it is entirely possible to, win 3 in a row and on the 4th trade blow the account, or win 2 and on the 3rd trade blow the account on one single trade. Just because if I have a 8-point stop, that's and if it goes anywhere near that, I think around 7 points. That'll be enough to take my drawdown down $1,500. And if it, of course, goes in my favor by a few ticks during the trade, then my drawdown is even less than $1,500. So I'm just doing this to see, if the strategy, if I can do max contracts with the strategy, knowing that there could be larger pullbacks before it actually hits my stop. And B, if I can just, pass it quickly in just a handful of trades. And so this is my first test of doing that. Otherwise, today was kind of all about being ready for a setup when it comes and having the patience when it doesn't. And the reason why I say this is because if you see here, I started my day, you can see I started my day right around here, 6:42-ish, maybe 6:45, something around there, was when I turned on the machine and started getting prepared and getting everything together. So I'm able to trade today. And this trade occurred somewhere around 6:50 a.m. This was my one and only trade for today. So as you can see, I got a PB, I got an ATIC scalp, and I live recorded this. I recorded it at the last second. I was so tired and it was just starting. My eyes were blurry and I couldn't even believe this setup happened. When it did, I was actually looking to consider starting a live streaming session today, and I haven't done it before. So I was trying to kind of figure out what I need to do that, and saw this setup in the corner of my eye at 6:50, like I said, within 5 or 7 minutes after I started. And so I quickly got the recording going, and hopefully I got it and was able to enter this trade when it went 2 ticks below this bar, and got my ATIC scalp in seconds. It was so fast. And that was a great start to the day. And I had started this new account, and so it was like, great, that worked for my 4 contracts. No pullback whatsoever, so it was never in danger, and it just felt great. And then you'll see that really, there was a lot of movement throughout the day here, on both directions. And I just wasn't seeing any setups. There's just nothing that even came close to a setup until all the way down here. Let's see, all the way down here at about 11:30. I was sitting here waiting and ready for this. I had my order ready. I had it recording, and I'll show it at the end of this video. But this one just went fast. I dropped my order. I thought I dropped it pretty fast, and it just shot down, went to the ATIC profit target, and so I canceled my order. That was really a shame. And then over here at the end of the day, I knew I was going to stop by 12:30, which is right now, and I had been looking for this PB setup going for a long, and I was expecting it here. It failed. It didn't happen, or never set up, never triggered. then I was looking for it here again, and then once again it didn't set up and didn't trigger. And I noticed that there was kind of this triple test here now. And so that was kind of in my head a little bit. Wasn't paying too much attention, thinking about just ending the day, considering it was getting close to 12:30. And then, of course, right then, that's when it set up. I got my order ready. I started recording. And this bar was just not, it wasn't pushing. I was just looking for this to go 2 ticks above this bar, and it was really not getting there. And right at the end of the bar before it closed, the 2000 ticks, it shot up. And I had time to get in this trade. I hesitated as it was coming to a close. And by the time I decided to get in, the bar closed and it just pushed up and went to the target. So, no chance to get in. By the time I decided I would take it, I was really just, wanting to see a bullish bar here is kind of what it came down to for me to feel like it was confirmed that we had good momentum, and then it didn't pull back enough to get me in. And, that's how it goes sometimes. So, for me today, it was, all about being ready for the setup when it came, which was right away, right at the start of the day. Probably came quicker than I was really prepared for. And lucky enough, I was paying attention enough and trust my setup enough that when it happens, I was able to just jump in beginning of the day fresh and go for it. And then, from here to here, the next time I was really ready to take a trade, we're talking about what we have here, 4.5 hours. So 4.5 hours of just having the patience when the setup doesn't come, not getting frustrated, not trying to force anything. There was just literally no gold standard setup for me. And so there was just no trade. Once again, we've got a good start to October. My PA accounts, I'll just mention I'm still trading just one contract, and I need to get maybe 2 or 3 more trades on each, I think, before I'm comfortable going up to 2 contracts. This account here, of course, I'm halfway to being able to get a payout. So slow and steady. I haven't gotten a payout yet on the PA account. These are my first 4 PA accounts. I've only traded 2 of them. I really messed up this one on the first trade I ever took on it, trading, I believe, max contracts when I was trading a PAT system. So it wasn't as big of a stop, but as my current strategy, but it was you get a normal size stop and you lose, 1,200 or so, 1250, 13, whatever it was at the time that I lost. So that was a bad start on this PA account. This one, I did really well, and I was getting within a couple of trades of being able to get a payout, and then I had a setback, and then I changed my strategy. So we're going to stick with 1 contract on these 2 for now. I'm going to stick with 4 contracts on this number 17. And then the rest of these evaluations, I'm sticking with 2 contracts per trade. These 3, number 12 through 14, I believe renew this weekend coming up, or the beginning of next week, something like that. But I'm just going to go slow and steady. If I have to renew them, we'll just renew them. They're all in fine shape as far as drawdown and everything goes. So unless something changes with that before the 90% discount comes up, that's just how we're going to continue on. I am considering maybe adding 1 more PA, one of these, and either trading 1 or 2 contracts on that with these, just because I am itching to make sure I get a payout before the end of the year. So we're in the last quarter now, and with the payout rules, I just want to make sure that I can qualify and get a payout and just build confidence with the payout before we get into next year, definitely. Especially considering I'm feeling so good about this strategy right now. If I had been able to get all 3 trades, the only 3 trades that I saw set up today, I'd be 3-0 today. And if I was 3-0 today, this would be 1 away from passing the evaluation. Obviously I'll need to flip it for more days, but just in terms of the profit. So anyway, that's it for me today. Let me show you my live trades. Here you go. right, I'm gonna add a short
Order
here.
submitted.
I added a evaluation number 17 that I'm going to do max contracts to 25K account.
Order filled.
I'll either blow it or get a good. Let's just see how this trade goes.
Order filled.
All right, I just started about 6 minutes ago, and we got our first trade. I forgot to change the settings on this. This is a new evaluation I bought for 90% off, and I forgot to put the commission on there, so that's why it says 400 even, but I made 384.08 on that one. I decided I was just going to get a new evaluation for 90% off and just do max contracts. So that's 4 contracts on the 25K account. And I'm going to just try to pass this evaluation in 4 trades if I can. But that was a nice trade that set up really quickly after I started. I've been on the chart for just a couple minutes. And this was my PB setup. Hope I'm recording this. Yeah, I'm recording. Okay. This was PB. I got 8 tick scalp. It's a nice way to start the day. I was actually thinking about doing a live stream, and I was kind of messing around with those settings, trying to figure that out since I've never done it before. And I saw this setting up in the corner of my eye, and luckily hit record right at the last second, right before it set up. So good way to start the day. Everything was lined up perfectly. All right, recording here. We got a rapid sell-off once it reached the opening price again. Yeah, we're getting close to an area that might form a PB for me. Just to give this a chance, maybe my stop can move down a little bit lower for the time that I get in here. I mean, I really shouldn't worry about stops, because if the setup is correct, it should work. And I found a couple little things over the weekend in testing that might have saved me from my couple of losses last week. A couple similarities in the 2 losses that I noticed with some other losses I've done in testing. So I may have a way of avoiding even the losses I've already taken on YouTube. And if that's the case, then I really have no reason to worry about where my stop goes according to my indicator, because regardless, good setups typically work and at a very high rate of over 90%. On this strategy, including the week before I started on YouTube, I think if I calculated, remembering correctly, 21 wins and 2 losses in that time, counting my break-even plus ones as wins in that scenario. But they were profitable trades. They weren't losers. So I think it makes sense to count them that way just for ease of thinking about it. If I have a big stop and there's a big pullback, I'll probably blow my evaluation number 17 because I'm going in max contracts. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. I'm just testing it out to see if it's feasible to trade max contracts with the strategy. And it was 90% off, so $15 to test it out. So I figured, why not either pass it fast or fail it fast, because it would only take one trade to fail it if there's a big stop. I'm very aware there's support here, so we're going to make sure that if a setup triggers, we're going to make sure it's 100% correct. Now everything is lined up, so a close below should allow me to take a trade if it goes 2 ticks below the next bar, if it's a bearish bar. Need to close down here somewhere.
Order filled.
Going without me.
Order canceled.
Too bad. I like that one. All right, that was a good PB setup. Just missed it. Just went without me. I wait the 2 ticks to be safe, and you can see it didn't retrace at all. It just went, and that happens sometimes. But again, it's just more confirmation that this PB setup is really solid and extremely, extremely rare to see it fail. So I don't know if I was a little slow dropping it. I think I was pretty quick. I'll have to take a look at the recording. But let's see what happens here and see if something else sets up. Just looking to get ready here
Order
for
submitted.
possible long. This would be a PB going in the long direction here. We came down, almost hit the big measured move of the big first leg down from early in the morning. And this looks like it's turning around now, so I'll come back if it sets back up here somewhere.
Order canceled.
All right, we might have a PB setting
Order
up here
submitted.
to the long side. Just gonna get myself ready in case this occurs. I'm looking for a close up here and then 2 ticks above on the next bar. Need a decisive close at the top here. Not that one. All right. Now this next bar, if this bar closes up here, I can still take this. In fact, might even say it could be something like this. That's what I'd be looking for as far as a measured move. So that gives me a little bit extra confidence. Stop would be somewhere down here. doesn't look like we're going to get it here. It's the second time I've been faked out by it. So now we've got kind of a double top up here. I'm kind of seeing, is this the same level? Yeah, so we've got really a triple test up there, which is making it feel less likely. I'm going to go ahead and pause and we'll see if it
Order
sets
canceled.
up better or not. I'll come back. All right, recording here again. I'm still looking for this PB to set
Order
up
submitted.
at the top here. This might be it. It's not so convincing. I'm just going to kind of judge it. Judge it by the momentum here. It's got to go 2 ticks above. Feeling very questionable. I want this at the end of the day. I waited too long.
Order
Okay.
canceled.
Waited too long. I really wasn't planning on taking another trade today since it's so late, 12:20 right now. And it would have worked perfectly, exactly what I thought. But, you know, I hesitated just because it's late in the day and don't want to make a mistake. But again, here's another one that would have worked. So I missed this one back here. Just went too fast. I think I tried to jump in pretty fast without hesitating. And this one I missed because of just pure hesitation of being at the end of the day, knowing I was about to stop. And I was actually waiting for the setup over here, and they failed twice to occur. So on this third one, I don't know, I think I just got kind of shaken out of it. I was even kind of shaken out of even looking for it, and then it kind of set up, and this was kind of wavering until the very last second of the candle. And well, that's going to be my day. I'm going to wrap it up here. This is going to be the end of my video, and thanks for checking it out. I am considering just doing some live streaming of my day. I'm not going to talk much. If I do it, the only time I'll talk is when I'm either thinking about entering a trade or getting in a trade, or kind of in those moments. Otherwise, it'll just stream my screen and it'll be silent. But we'll give that a try and test that out and see how it goes. So all in all, a good day. 1-0. I'll take it. All right.